I was actually, before I came here today, I was hoping there would be some AI robots sitting there and helping us to go through through this moment of recording ourselves, because making music is one thing.
Yeah.
But then these days we also have to please our community through our social media channels.
Yeah, and especially a thing that I think I can admit that I'm really struggling with it, or for many reasons, but that's how the game is played nowadays. This is how you stay in contact with your fans and followers, is social media. And yeah, we are from this weird generation that's kind of in between, you know. We grew up with all these things not really existing.
We grew up without computers until a certain time.
Yeah.
And then when we got teenagers, there were computers.
Exactly. I'm actually happy that it's like this. You know, we're going to be the only generation in human history that experience life with and without digital technology. And as you know, I really like digital technology, but yeah, with the social media, that there are also some toxic aspects of it, in my opinion. And I'm happy that you are a little bit more in charge of this. But that's how things change. And I think it would be foolish to only complain about changes, because some things what we sometimes like to complain about, the only reason we do is that we became old, you know. So let's face it.
We don't want to be two old DJs complaining about good old times. And you just said before, actually, you had a really nice year, a good year. You had nice gigs. You felt really well DJing, enjoying music. And and it's a fact. I mean, we still have that. And
yeah, but I think it's also important, you know, if people maybe ask themselves how we could maintain what we were doing for 20 years. It's not like just keep it on doing and not really think it. I feel like from the day I don't take it serious enough anymore to not give 100% for it. It would not make sense for me to do it anymore, you know, because it's still, even like DJing, I think you DJ even more years than me the 25, 30 years of DJing, but it's still important to me to be prepared for every gig, and I prepare even more nowadays than maybe back in the days. You want to be at top of the game, you know, in terms of production or DJ skills. It feels like you know, if you get lazy, somehow you get a payback at some day, you know. But I feel like if you put in the work and consistently, like never like I know how this works, and I have enough good tracks, so I don't prepare so much today for my gig. If you start a little bit getting sloppy like this, I think it's not good. You need to be consistent and like trying to be on top of the game every weekend and every release or whatever, you know.
But you can only do it if you like or love it that much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wake up and it's already there for me.
That's the driving motor, like, of course, the love for the thing, but it's also a kind of a professional mindset, I think, also. No, we saw many, I don't know, maybe talented producers or DJs over the year that, just couldn't manage the difference between being professional and the whole life is a party, you know.
Which is very challenging.
It can be challenging.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to say no many times, and you have to be.
Yeah. That's the same with the releases, and why I maybe was a little bit anxious before when you mentioned, hey, let's release this album. That I know in terms of production, I never stop before the result is there that I want to have, you know. Yeah. And if the result takes a few hours or a few months, or I almost have to go to a mental hospital. It doesn't matter. As long as it's done, you know, it has to be done. But I cannot stop before the bar is reached. You know, that's the thing.
Is for you guys to understand. He's talking about the engineering process, the mixing, everything that comes after you actually made the track. The creative process is one, making the arrangement is another one. But then once the arrangement is done, and I leave here, the studio, and then Frankie sits here for hours, days, weeks, sometimes months, just to make sure that the sound of each channel instrument is the way he wants it. This is what actually takes most of your time, right?
Yeah. And it's also like I'm sometimes not efficient enough, you know, that it takes even more time as it maybe needs to, but it doesn't matter. The results needs to be achieved, and how much time or pain goes into it, it doesn't matter. It has to be done. Yeah.
plus you run another successful project that demands
That
a lot
also,
of care and time. You travel a lot with your other partner, and it's quite a thing, a big challenge for you to make a project which is completely different in sound and style than what we do since 20 years. So, well, I can only...
Yeah, but actually this wider range of music that I have in my life, that's also something essential for me to keep going, you know, to not get bored by myself, you know. Even with us, you know, we tried a lot of different styles over the year when we go here and there, and because if we would do exactly the same every time, I would be bored pretty quickly, I think, from everything.
And that also explains why our sound, our tracks have never sounded the same for too long.
Yeah.
Now, we had this the biggest impact our tracks in the beginning, Jetlag Slave, 7 hours switch, but we got bored very fast of that. So we didn't actually got stuck too long into that. Which
even fans were maybe expecting that we keep on this road. We changed the roads just to get inspired still, you know. Because if you're just repeating a formula, I think then it's at some point it's maybe not really creativity anymore. You're just fulfilling one thing. Maybe you get better in it also, but yeah, that's never the way we did it. Actually, we always did what we felt, and we never felt like, okay, today let's do what the audience maybe wants to listen to. We never did that. We always did just what we liked at a certain moment.